it tells me that I'm muted with a big icon right up on the screen. I need to look at the screen once in a while. Anyways, greetings all. Welcome to another edition of Never Let the Machines Win in the basement studio today. Today we're going to be working with the Revopoint scanner. Oh, we got a few people in the chat already. Good evening, Vince. Good to see you. Non-fam, good to see you as well. Thanks for stopping in tonight. Today we're going to be working with just experimenting. This was to me anyways, it was a Kickstarter project. And let's see how good I can do with this without unplugging anything too drastically. How about that one? See if it'll pick it up. Yeah, the Revopoint. Oh, there it goes. It's going to reflect the light. That's probably not good for anything. It's a small. You can see it in relation to my hand. I'll try not to do that too many more times. I forget what the sensors are in the front. I'll have to look it up later. Basically, it's an infrared type scanner. Comes with the tripod, the swivel head. It's USB connection. It also comes with, turn it back out of the way, kind of where it belongs. The kit comes with your basic handy dandy instruction sheet with QR codes for their Facebook group, YouTube, and Twitter account. And then on the flip side, me without glasses reading this, it's got more QR codes for their forums and their website and things so you can get support. It has written out versions of those as well. And I can get a $20 to $500 reward for doing what I'm doing right now, but probably won't even bother getting around to that. It also comes with some blue tack. If you can see that without all the lights on. Yeah, maybe that's better. And some black and white dots. That's for doing objects that are symmetrical, like a pop bottle and things like that. All this comes with the USB key that I don't think I've even looked at yet. I think I downloaded their software from their website to get the newest version. It also came with, making sure there's nothing else in this pile that was theirs. I think it's because of when I bought it on the Kickstarter, one of the stretch goals was a phone holder, because theoretically you can also use this scanner with your phone for mobile scanning. The Android app is, from what I've seen about a week ago when I was looking through their forums, was still not quite ready for prime time. It's getting there. And they started the iOS app after that, so it's much earlier. So it's still pretty early. I haven't even tried it yet. It came with a pair of black rubber type gloves, because if you're doing an object and you're holding it like this, your hand will be part of the scan. Or if you use black, one thing, infrared scanners do not scan black well, because black doesn't reflect light, so the infrared scanners can't really figure out what to do because there's no color depth to work with. They also give you this cool slightly textured plastic sheet. Looks like a garbage bag. If this one gets worn out, I'll be using a garbage bag instead. And it really helps reduce the background clutter when you're scanning. I was kind of skeptical, I'll admit, but it seems to be doing better that way. I've left the big LED lights off tonight because less light for this thing seems to be better. I'll also turn off this overhead light once it gets going, and we'll see where we get to. Can you guys let me know if the music's okay, if you can hear it at all? And if it's going. I guess if you can hear me too would be kind of important. You'd probably be yelling at me if you couldn't. It comes with this heavy. It's probably a plastic of some kind. They're trying to make it look like plaster, and it sort of feels like it, but it's a plastic of some type. But it's heavy. The weight when they ship this comes in a nice box and everything, and the weight with this is almost the same as all the other components put together. This thing has got some weight to it. So what I've done here is I've switched out one of my camera feeds for the software so that we can see what their software looks like. If anybody has any questions, just pop them in the chat. Sorry. Do this with this view. Does that work? Yeah, I think that'll work. I'm out of the way enough, but I'm still there, so you can see if I stop moving past out or anything. Oh yeah, this package also came with the rotating base. Plugs in to power, and the white dots are just to help it locate where things are. See, it's already starting to figure out where the piece is. Now, if you notice in their software here, you kind of get a too near, excellent, good, and too far thing, and that's just to help you understand how the software works. The things I haven't really figured out yet, because I've only played with this one night last week, and it's the settings on these. They've got these two sliders, and I've watched their demos, and they just kind of click it and go. They don't really show you how to read those and interpret them to decide. Like other software I've seen, you click on those sliders and you adjust it until the image, like especially the red one, sometimes it has a different color background, but that one you adjust it until you can just kind of see the object and it's not too washed out, and then you use that setting. But on this one, I just don't. The instructions are kind of not done yet, or at least not good enough for me. And so what I'm going to do with this is, before I start, is I'm just going to move it back a bit so that it'll, and tilt it up, which is a challenge because the controls are on the other side for the thing. So the max height. Nope. Sorry, I'm knocking the other camera all over the place. Ooh, that got it upset. There it goes. Hitting too many things, I'm knocking things loose. Probably the video feed off the, yeah, that's what it was. Knocked the HDMI feed off the laptop. Should pick up in a minute. Should come back, theoretically. Please come back. Here it goes. Moving? No, it's not. Oh, the way my day is going today. I think I might have done damage to my Saturn resin printer today, so why should this be any different? All right. Let's see if we can do that one more time. Otherwise, it could be a short night. I don't want that. Come on, CamLink, pick up the feed again. This line goes, it's got one of the micro, I think it is, HDMIs on this old laptop. And it's not going to do it. Refresh again. It seems like it almost gets it. It's not giving an error on the cam link, so it's like it's something on this end that's not working. Did I mess up something on the laptop? Oh, there, Craft Shack. Neither, actually. Hey, Ron's here, too. No, this is the cam link acting up. When I was moving the cam around, I knocked the cable out of the side of the laptop. And now it's being bitchy. And when it comes back as a freeze frame, which isn't what it's supposed to do, of course. Nice. My phone provider, Rogers, telling me that there's an error in my bill and they want to give me money back. My day job pays for that phone. I don't pay for it. Obviously a scam. They never give money back. And they certainly wouldn't give it to me. You'd think they could block for things like that, right? It's their network. Well, we got Ron here too. And why is it just not doing what it's supposed to? Wondering how else I can do that. Can't do it any other way. I did do the Windows update on that machine, but not on the laptop. The laptop wouldn't do it. And I accidentally hit the don't ask me about updates for 7 days. And you can't undo that. I went into where you should be, where you can change that date. And there's no option to not do it anymore. The best I could do is tomorrow. So that's cool, Ron, but at least you'll get the money back. I won't get anything. Once the phone keeps working, it's okay with me. Believe me, some days I'd be glad if there was a Rogers outage so nobody could phone me or text me. They would find other ways. Well, this is not fun at all. It's probably the cam link. It's way over there. Okay, well, I'm going to go see if I can unhook the cam link. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Can you hear me now? Is the music still louder? As far as I can tell, the music's almost silent. But on the bad part, we're still not getting any signal here, which is really bad. Let's see if it's where my problem is. This is not what I wanted to be doing tonight. Okay, so the cable's good. Everything's good to there. Means it's something on Mr. Laptop, which isn't surprising because this is an old laptop. Nope. Windows is not liking it. It's weird because thanks, Vince, because the audio on the mixer is turned right down to nothing for the music channel. Another thing I'll have to play with tomorrow. Sorry that you're having internet issues today, Ron. Hope they can get that worked out. Is that storm related? We had some rain this afternoon, but I barely even knew that happened here. All right, this is really sucking. Because I can see the picture fine on the laptop and it's just not coming out. When I did something when I leaned into it. So I'm just going to wiggle it a bit and see. Oh. Yeah, I think I cooked the port on the laptop. Okay, I'll just stand here with my finger on it. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think I wrecked the port when I leaned over and I don't know, did something to it. Or this is an old hand-me-down from work from 2013, I think. It's an old one, but it does the job for this. But looks like I'll be trying a different one next time. Okay, hopefully I can just keep my finger on that and it just doesn't do that too often. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm messing things up here. Maybe the latest Windows update that I put in today, like we're all told to do, doesn't like this setup. I mentioned I'm not a big Microsoft fan, like not at all. Like I hate them. Even because they keep me employed, I'm still not a fan. I wish their stuff worked as advertised. Did that help the audio stuff at all? Anyway. Okay, let's skip the demo guy because we may be in limited time here. Let's try something else that may or may not work. Now, it may have trouble with this because his tail pieces and wings are black, but he looks pretty, see how that changes when I turn the light on and off? See how much different it is for it to see? So I'm going to see if that helps, because all it needs is infrared, because I'm not doing a color scan anyway. And that pointer has no control on this machine. Okay, I'm going to set the settings to auto. Not knowing how to do anything different, really. And let's just do a new scan. We're going to do no color. Let's just do it based on features for now. And then maybe we'll try a dark scan if that doesn't work. Notice how when it went past his wing there, it doesn't see anything because it can't see it. Maybe we'll change it to a dark scan. Yeah, it can't figure out what to do with the wings and the tail. All right, let's stop that. Is the audio any better yet? Or is it still bad? Let's do dark mode and see if that helps pick up any parts of them or not. Like I say, this is all experimenting. Yeah, that's a bit better. Picks up some of the garbage bag, but hopefully that'll straighten out. Did not help. Okay, let's go back to not using that. And I put it to auto and it doesn't even go there. That's interesting. All right, let's try it. Let's just see what happens. I'm gonna figure out that audio thing. Does it glitch when I don't hold the video cable right? I'm gonna try and hold it still and get one good scan out of it, and that's gonna be it for tonight, I'm afraid. So I figure out a better cable setup. Luckily, when you guys see the glitchy screen, the software keeps running here. It doesn't affect the scanning software at all. Maybe I'll install the software on this machine, the computer down here. But I don't know how it'll all work with running XSplit and out to StreamYard at the same time. Let's see. If anybody's interested in winning stickers, theoretically, I have the giveaway tool from StreamYard running in the background. Make sure it was on the right thing, and it's it's collecting names of anybody that types anything in the comments. So hopefully that caught everybody that already typed in, but I guess we'll find out. But if you want to make sure you're in for sure, just make sure you type anything into the comments, and you'll be entered into the draw. Okay, and then what you do is you pause the. It's weird. The audio should be functional. Try this. Oh, this is good. This is me trying to plug and unplug connectors with one hand. Look at that. One hand. Let me know if it's any better since I took the little splitter thing out of the equation that I ripped apart as I walked away to go check the cam link. Kind of went all, oh, looks like we lost our thing again. Come on. I feel like I'm on my Commodore 64 again, and I'm trying to get things to work by holding the pair of scissors across the right pins to reset it. Might have cooked the port on this laptop. This cable's fine. Now we're leaning it that way. Okay. Then what you do next is you do one of these. Get it kind of balanced so it's not rolling around. Watch what it does here. It'll start to figure out that I turned it over. See how it flipped the object over on its side? Because it works out, the software figures out what's going on. Interesting that it puts like a nest around the bottom of it. I guess that's just reflections off onto the black turntable. Maybe they should have made it flatter black than it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. Let me know if the audio is any better now or if it's still messed up. You shouldn't bother that though, because this is just headphones. Man. It's time to just rip all this stuff apart and rewire it all. Not like I don't have enough mixers and things in the house these days. All right, we made a full pass. Okay, let's do a stand like that. Hey, what do you know? I figures out how fast. Forget what it was. Oh, it was the little Disney Infinity characters. They have a clear base. That really messed this thing up. It really didn't know what to do with that. Kind of concerned about all the noise, the scree at the bottom, that it keeps picking up like a reflection somewhere. And I turned off the lights to kind of minimize some of that. Okay, Vince, be safe. We may or may not be here when you get back. Depends if the software or my thumb doesn't hold on the cable long enough. Thanks anyways. Thanks for stopping in. All right. I think that's enough. We'll hit complete. And you see the little bar across the progress bar going across the bottom, which will go underneath the there it goes. It's right over there. Here it comes. It's weird that the audio is glitching unless it's through the something on the mixer. Stuff is so fun. I still can't hear myself. Like I can't hear the feed you guys have got. I've got one of the Elgato Wave 3 microphones that I used my winnings from the StreamYard contest for, and gonna use it upstairs where I don't have as much desk space for one of the places that I set up. And their software is awesome. I can just click an icon and hear what you guys hear, like what's going out to the feed and what's just going to me, so that I could listen to all the copyrighted music I want in my headphones, and you guys wouldn't hear it. So if you're playing a game, I can turn up the game for me and turn down other people in the chat or anything, and it's really nice software. But this is the slower part of this, unfortunately. Or maybe coming up on 30% to a third. Doing the point cloud. We're not even out of the come out of the tunnel here in a couple minutes. It's getting there. Here it comes. There it goes. And he jumped right through it into the next one. Must have found an easy spot. It's probably trying to figure out all those extra points, and I don't know if there's any way in their software for me to get rid of those at this stage. One of the objects I did when I brought it into ZBrush, I just got rid of it all that way. Either ZBrush or Rhino. we're stuck behind the other part. My thumb's getting sore from holding this plug because I'm holding it pretty hard. Keep connection. This one got retired actually because the Wi-Fi chip is gone in it. It doesn't hold on to Wi-Fi. And it keeps saying, oh, there's Wi-Fi, there's Wi-Fi, there's Wi-Fi. It won't stay locked on to any of it. And tried everything with it. It got retired a few years back. This was in the garbage pile a couple of years ago. So I've got it plugged in with the USB to Ethernet adapter. And it was fine for that, as long as you don't move it anywhere. Can't take it out of the house, though. Oh, we're getting there. Me learning to be one-handed. Hope this isn't foreshadowing or something. Ta-da. There's still some iffy spots, but yeah, trackpad is definitely not the way to do this. Okay, fusing completed. So let's go down to sure you want to fill the hole. Sure, fill the hole, even though there is a hole in the bottom of it. It doesn't matter for this project. Do what you want. Ooh, that was interesting. Okay, let's save it out. Let's save it to the desktop so I can find it. Save it as a STL because we're all familiar with those. Not that I think there's any software down here I can actually look at that in, except maybe Process Slicer. But let's just do that. There's also another piece of software I can run this through to see if we can do that. I've also got one called Studio. I don't know if it's going to open the STL though. Saved it as a poly. Interesting. All right. Let's run the mesh routine on this one and see how long that takes. Right now it's at 303,000 points. I can't count that high. I think in here I could use this to clean up that bottom piece, but I don't know exactly how to do that without causing more damage. Some of the things I did when I was playing around earlier have like holes, like, you know, where dark spots were, where it couldn't see, like armpits and underarms and things, and that on some of the objects I tried. And when I did the fill the holes, it did a good job. It filled them in, and then I just went in, took them upstairs, went into ZBrush and just put a little groove in there to kind of clean it up, but it did a pretty good job. Okay, that just finished. So let's export. Can I see STL? There it is. Yeah, I probably just clicked the wrong thing before. Is it still say that. Did the doesn't help that this is a high-res screen, so it's really small for old eyes too. Hey there, DeFancy. How are you, sir? Thanks for stopping in. Right now we're testing the Revopoint scanner, and when I moved the laptop around, when I leaned over it to move the camera, I think I pushed on the connector, the video connector, where it goes into the laptop, and did some damage. So I'm holding my thumb on it at the right angle to keep the picture on screen for you guys. So yay. All right, now we can quit using this machine for a bit. And I can change this around. Let me go down here and get Prusa Slicer running, just so that I can look at it better. And then I will I really will. Turn that off. Do a screen share. Share screen. Share. Window. This one. Please. And then add to stream. Let's do it that way. All right, let's hope that that's going to work now. That it synced that quick enough. Bird test. Thanks, Dropbox, for being efficient. Other than the fact that we get all that junk on the bottom that I would have to clear off. And there's one hole on the top of his head it didn't pick up. But generally, it did all right. No, that's not what I wanted. I want to zoom in, but I can't. I don't know what that does. Can't read it because the pointer's over it. But anyway, for tonight, I'm afraid that's going to be it because I'm going to have to figure out a better way to get the signal out for another test. But me bring up the specs on this for you. Make me do that. And let's just do a quick review here. This is the first looks at the Revopoint Pop 3D scanner. I bought this as a Kickstarter unit. I think it says in here I figured out what I paid. I paid about $279 US for this, for their Christmas bundle flash sale, which included the scanner, the turntable, phone holder, plus shipping, the dots and all that stuff. I think I was supposed to get some more dots at some point, but close enough. I can print more. So shipping was about 70 US by the looks of it. And I can't remember if their Kickstarter was already successful when I did this or not. I first heard about this, I think, from the guys out west at First Layer. They got an early beta unit. They were pretty hyped on it. And another time we'll talk about all the different scanners that I bought. Maybe I'll get them all down here and set them all up and tell you what I think about each of them, because only one of the other ones I have is good. But it's small. The nice thing about this one I like is that it is mobile. Like I can take it even with the laptop, cable issues, and I can go like outside and scan my car and things like that, which I'll play with eventually. But they were successfully funded with 6,440 backers to the tune of over 2.2 million US dollars. I had to convert all that. It was all in Hong Kong dollars, I think. But thanks to our friend whose name starts with A, I just asked it and it told me all the answers. And I just rounded them around. Currently, this scanner bundle that I've got is available on a pre-sale for about $550. I think it says US, doesn't it? It says $550 on their revopoint.com website. Now, I've paid everything from a couple $100. But let's go back to me. Just roughly, I bought the Cyclops one, the open source one, usually red plastic, little turntable. Pardon me. Their software was open source, not good. I bought the injection molded kit because this was a long time ago, like probably 4 or 5 years ago. I bought that and used a little Logitech, the little camera, one of the early before the C series and B series. So I used that. It was awful. It couldn't make a picture, couldn't make an object out of almost anything reliably. And half the instructions didn't work because the software was all open source, and I'm sure it was running on a server in somebody's basement at some point to get it. You had to really work at it, and I couldn't get their software to work that they recommended. And then somewhere along the line after that, I bought the occipital one. Hey there, Jerry. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. We having some technical issues tonight because I kind of broke the cable between my little laptop here and the output, so that I can't I have to hold it at a certain angle, which changed twice already. So I've buggered the port on the laptop. The cable's fine. So I know where the problem is. But yeah, my next one was the occipital one. It was over $1,000. It was supposed to do things from in their advertisements at the time. They showed it doing like minifigs, like little D&D figures, an inch tall, and doing pretty decent scans with it. And then when I bought it, it's one that clips onto a certain model iPad. You had to buy the right cable and everything for it, and it works pretty good. Like it scans. I scanned a tree, went around a tree and got all the bark detail and everything. It does a good job of that. Stuff that's this big, like bigger than your head, anything it's basketball size and bigger, it seems okay with, but smaller, it struggles. It can't focus, I think, on close-up stuff. Then after that, they kind of changed it to, started marketing that hardware, and their software as a room scanning. So you could walk into a room, scan the room, kind of like CSI does, only way not as good. And I never even tried that. I was too mad at that point because I wanted to do small objects too. And that was my main interest, was smaller things. And so it sucked. And then I think after that, there was a company that was advertising the Y scanner. And it was another, we're working on it. It's almost ready if you want to test it, So I gave them their $300 or whatever it was. I'll have to look it up, but it was about that. I thought, well, I spent $1,000 on that one. It sucks. So let's try a cheaper one. And it looked promising. It was a little small turntable-y one again, but they had their software. So it did a good point cloud, but it didn't mesh it into an object, and they never really got it to work. And they were doing you had to talk to them through Facebook Messenger. And then the one guy, I kept asking him, they were like, yeah, it's coming next month. And next month it wouldn't come. And they'd be like, yeah, we're going to send you another scanner. We've got some new hardware. And I'm thinking, your hardware is not your problem, pal. It's your software. It's junk. And I think they lost one of their software guys on the team at some point. But because he just quit talking anywhere. So I figured he disappeared. And then probably because he didn't get paid. And eventually that whole project just kind of disappeared. They quit responding. The guy was my friend on Facebook and sent him a happy birthday thing last year, and he didn't even reply. So just to remind him. And then what else did I buy? Oh, the EinScan. The EinScan, I had a thing I had to do, and I really needed to do it for somebody. And so I went and bought the thing and had to scan a little chess piece that had been broken and needed another one. So I scanned it and touched it up in ZBrush, and it does an awesome job. Their software is what sold me on the idea of being able to scan again. The software is fantastic, but it's this big. Like, you've got the scan head and a turntable, and that's it. You can't do anything. Like, I tried to do movie, and movie's too big. There's no way it can't do that. Like this one does, where you turn it and tilt it, and it figures out where it is and just adds on to it. That one, the EinScan, can't do that. It's just, here it is. Whatever you can see in its beam, that's what you get. If you too far to the back, you can't just put on the back of the turntable and, so it'll catch it on the way around. It can't figure it out. It's got to be near the middle. So yeah, that was another kind of expensive piece, but it does a good job on small things, but it really doesn't do a great job on everything. And, it suffers from the same problem. It sucks at black scans and shiny and transparent, same as this does. It's all the same technology. But if you can't paint the object or coat it with powder or anything, you're kind of stuck. So then this showed up, and I was like, yeah, give it a shot. And I like the mobile part of this, that you can take it with a laptop or ultimately maybe with a phone. That's kind of that was one of their stretch goals. So we'll see how that actually comes to fruition. The way it works now seems okay. I got to play with the software some more, like we did tonight, learn some more of its ins and outs. I really need to figure out how those sliders on the left work to adjust what it sees to make it better. But this is the current state of scanning in my world anyways. So I'm afraid that for tonight we're kind of stuck till I either set up another laptop, which is probably what I'll do, because I do want to take it out, dry it outside and things like that at some point. Go do some statue somewhere. There's enough of those around this area. Lots of history here. So maybe I'll go do that. And but for tonight, I'm afraid we're going to have to call it. It hasn't even been an hour. This is probably one of the shortest streams almost ever. Anybody has any questions, shoot them into the chat now. Well, we got to do the giveaway. Anybody that's typed their name in the giveaway, theoretically, or anything in the thing tonight, I didn't use a keyword. And remember that if you've already won before, you can't win again. So in this crowd, that narrows it down pretty far. Unless they would have come up in here if they talked somewhere else. Looks like it could be Ron, Craft Shack. You guys have already won. Jerry's won. Non-Fam's won. Vince has won before. Fancy hasn't won. I see you fairly often. I can give you stickers anytime, but much better if you have to win them. Okay, so let's go do the giveaway. Let's have me put the giveaway in the stream so you can see it. That would be good. So stop sharing that screen. And we will share Chrome tab giveaway tool. See that okay? Until I put it in the stream, Michael. Hey, there we go. I'll leave my little bug in the corner so I know which one it is and I have to go look for it. Add the winner to the list. Okay, let's go to here. Oh, we got 6 in. Somebody else must have just come in. Chi-Town Deke, how you doing? Hi before going to bed. Well, thanks for stopping in. Just hold on for a minute. We're just going to do the draw. We're almost done here. We're just doing the draw for stickers. And non-fam, you've already won before, man. So we're going to have to do a draw again. This could take a few tries because I don't think it takes you out of the list when we do a draw again. See you in a second. Craft Shack's not in there. Yeah, it doesn't take you out. There you go, CMP, Ron, Canadian Maker Project. He was in for a while. He had to go. He was having internet issues today. So congratulations, Ron. I will get in touch with you and get your coordinates so I can send you some stickers, which are buried under here somewhere. You may have seen other people that got them showing them off. You might already have one of those, but anyway, we'll get those out to you as soon as we, I guess I'm showing you and you can't even see me. Why my day is today. We'll be sending a set of those stickers off to Ron. The 3 custom original limited edition. I won't be making all of those again. And I have nowhere to give them away for, I mean, Murph 2022 is likely. Let's see what they do with Earth this year, but and how the world is looking at that time and everything else. So another whole chapter with many months to figure out. Anyways, thanks everybody for stopping in. And thanks for entering the draw, even though you didn't at some points. But we cool, Jerry, thanks. Yeah, who knows? It's uphill. The mail service is uphill from Vegas to Canada, so it's uphill into the wind, you know, snowstorms, any excuse they can to tell you why it takes so long to get stuff these days. Mail is just not working well. Couriers aren't a lot better. They're all still really backed up and busy. And they blame Amazon. That's what they do, right? So anyways, thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good day, night, wherever you are. And if any of you are fathers or can still get in touch with your father, make sure you do so tomorrow and have a good day. And am I going to the wrong place? There we go. So we'll see you again next time. Hopefully technology will be better and I won't break part of a laptop, but it happens. Luckily, I have $0 invested in it, other than maybe a Windows license. Anyways, take it easy. Have a good night, day, whatever. And never let the machines win and be safe.